Hey, Conley here, coming to you live on Instagram and YouTube. Today's topic, perspective, power tool for life. One of our abilities as human beings is to choose our perspective on life. And by that, I mean how we frame things. And I am going to give you some methods and some frames that can empower you to remain in a highly productive state and to hopefully lower your anxiety. So this could be considered splitting hairs, but a distinction to be made is not to attempt to gain perspective on your life. It is to gain perspective on events in your life. You can not ever really remove yourself from the whole of your life to the point where you can get an objective perspective, but you can take events in your life and literally go up into the bleachers, into the press box, and observe actions, observe what's going on, and then put it in perspective that will help you keep moving forward. So, your ability lies in your power lies in your ability to make those choices. And another important aspect is that there are endless outside influences that are attempting to alter your perspective. And the important thing is every day to make the choice, to take the time to make the choice to control your perspective. So, method number one, avoid any news that doesn't have immediate impact on you. In other words, stop watching Fox and CNN. Stop all the, whether it's Twitter, all the stuff that inundates you with news that is not in your immediate domain is a distraction and clouds your ability to frame events over which you have control. So method number one or technique number one that helps you put things in perspective is to let go of those things that you can't control and stop inundating yourself with such things. So that's number one, stop. Number two, the proactive things to do, and I would say this every podcast if I could: read. Read positive books. I touched on positive mental attitude the other day. There's no downside to reading books that just are uplifting and that give you, that give you techniques for being a positive person. Read biographies of successful people that help you frame. There's no massively successful person that also hasn't had great trials and tribulations in their lives. And read their biographies, learn how they overcame them. And also that adds up to your ability to put in perspective and to frame your whatever it is that's challenging you. So positive books, read history, read the Bible. Now, some people chafe at that. I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious, whatever it is. I'm not going to read the Bible. Well, you know what? If nothing else, the reason to read the Bible is it'll teach you there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new going on today that wasn't going on 2,000 years ago. So that whole thing of aggressively just constantly equipping yourself to understand that there's nothing new and to just prepare yourself for whatever it is and put it in the frame of and put it in frames that reduce its impact on you. And like, oh, I've seen this before kind of things, or, this is nothing new, to disempower whatever challenge it is that is hitting you right now. And then the third one, again, I'm repeating myself, I think, from some previous videos, but it bears repeating. Write. Read, write. So write clarifies your thinking. And then you take the step of reflecting. And in writing and in reflecting, the arching theme should be, does this really matter? Am I feeling anxiety, anger, resentment, whatever it is that's going on? How does this really matter? And overwhelmingly, things that vex us day to day don't matter in the scheme of things. All right. So now a couple of frames of frames to just hold. And this is, the same again. I'll go. This relates to the number one method I talked about, was turning off the news. Well, first frame I suggest you hold is that you always remember that politics is a zero sum game. As soon as you're in a political conversation, you are haggling over something that has already been done. That is the politics, or you're angling for power. Everybody's angling for something that has already happened. Everybody's angling for a piece of the pie. It's a zero-sum game. It's a game that at times we have to play. But the important thing is to be an observer of the politics, not choked by the politics. To do what you have to do in your life on the political side of things, but to not let it grab you and choke you and impede your progress and your productivity in your life. All right. Frame number 2, I was very fortunate to be taught by a super smart mentor years ago. And that is to always remember there's always another deal. There's always another job. There's always another opportunity. There's always another girlfriend or boyfriend. And I'm not saying that to be dismissive of any of those things. We all want to do the best we can. But when we can see that it's not going to get better, it's not going to work out, the deal's not a good deal, then we have the way that we can empower ourselves to walk away from them is to remind ourselves and frame ourselves, there's always another one. There's always another opportunity. And this brilliant mentor of mine said to me, you are better off, you will always be better off in life if you say no to 10 good deals than, let's see, I always screw this up. So saying no to 10, saying no to 10 good deals is always better than saying yes to one bad deal. So again, you can keep looking through deals and saying no to bad deals when you remind yourself that they're all, and again, there's jobs, whatever else, but saying yes to a bad deal, saying yes to a bad relationship, saying yes to a bad job, that can take you down. That can hurt you in more ways than any of those good deals you said no to can help you. So always listen to yourself and give yourself permission to move on and know that there's always another opportunity. All right. And then number 3 framing is to refuse to take anything personally. Even if someone's attacking you on the most personal level, decline to take it personally. Take it as this person is telling you they're having a bad day or what's going on for them. And sometimes people hear me saying, well, don't have a conscience about things. No. If there's accurate information in what's going on, absolutely take it, use it, digest it, reflect on it. But your first inclination, instead of taking things personally, is to not take anything personally. Other humans, it sounds so awful saying it, but it's so empowering. Other humans don't care about you as much as you think. And so to always make the first choice, I'm not taking anything personally, is so much more empowering, so much more enlivening, keeps you going, keeps you moving, and lets things, just lets things flow in a much more overall productive way. All right. So perspective is your most unique power, one of your most unique powers as a human being. And, just always choose to know that there's always enough. There's always another opportunity. Don't take anything personally, and forgive and forget and keep moving on. I am Robert J. Conley, and I'll see you next time.